Okay. I think I said I basically made my point. I basically made my point. So I'll go back to my Christian, regular Christian televised broadcast, and speaking on the situation that we have now of a Sodom and Gomorrah, and and, and men marrying men, and, and emasculating men, and talk show where I bet you they had talk show hosts back then in Sodom and Gomorrah. I bet you they had a one. I ain't gonna mention no names, but I bet you they had. That's what drove them men. I bet you that's what drove the men to be gay. A bunch of women that sat around and said, "Look, let's not give them no coochie." Okay, that was the one thing that God said. Look, it should not. Men should not be alone. I mean, how many people read that in the Bible? All right, maybe we need to read in between the lines. Okay, or maybe, maybe we need to read in between the lines. But for some reason, God didn't say why. Maybe he didn't want to embarrass nobody. But he said it's just not good for them. They said that he rested. I got to double check. I haven't read it in a while. I got to double check. But they said that it said that he rested. And then at some point, after he rested, they said he made all that stuff good. And all of the sky, the sea, the sun, the earth, the water, the birds, the trees, the horses, and all that stuff like that, right? And he said it was good. And then he made man, it was good, right? But then he went to sleep and he woke up and he said, wait a minute. It's not good for men to be alone. What are you doing? He probably woke up and saw two men, Cain and Abel, or whatever, and they was probably doing something that they shouldn't have been doing to each other, right? Doing the dirty. And he probably said, look, it's not good for men alone. Then he okay, maybe it wasn't that. I'm wrong. Let me change that back up. Maybe, read between the lines. You gotta take the Bible for face value. We're talking about real people, real stories, real life. You got a problem. I don't care what your problem is. If you're in a situation where somebody raped somebody, it's in the Bible, okay? You got a problem where, homosexuals ain't new. It's all in the Bible, You got polygamy. Tiger Woods, all these guys, they got plenty. Except back then it was okay. See, that's the problem. It's like, if anything was good, was women. So, God woke up and said, hey, it's not good for man to be alone. The solution, the answer was woman. And so then you had these women. Somewhere this woman decided that she wanted some money, the power. The devil came up, the snake came up to her and said, look, you could be like gods. You could be like gods. Now, they was already like God, all right? Because they were children of God. God made them in his image. He said, let us make mankind in his image, right? And so they were already, so they got duped. Okay. But so she got duped. And so she got mad at the situation, right? But at some point, she said, well, I still want my money, right? After they kicked out of the garden, right? She said, I still want my money, right? So she said, I know what? I'll become a talk show host and guilt all the men and tell them if they have sex with me that they need to go to sex addiction class. It's abnormal. And that they need, if they polygamize or anything like that. Now, she knew already that it wasn't good for man to be alone. And she knew what would happen. Because if she just don't give the man any nookie, no sex or whatever, if she don't give him none, then the men will start screwing each other. And while they screwing each other, she become a talk show host. And get her money. That's what it is. That's where the talk show host came from. And that's why you have women like Ellen DeGeneres not giving no man no coochie. You know, you got, what's her name? Whoopi Goldberg. Is she giving anybody some coochie? I mean, I just want to know. She said, cause she still like good, look kind of good under the embrace. Okay, Monique, we know she fucking. She fucking. I said fug. Fudging. Anyway. So, all the women on talk show, they know the way to get money, and the men will start screwing each other, right? And then they start bad mouthing Mark. That's why Chris Brown can't get a job, because these unforgiving bitches. It's not like Chris Brown go around just beating up everybody that looks like Rihanna. He just had one fight, you know, one fight, and he ain't never being able to forgive. Only a talk show host can condemn you forever like that. You know, they'll forgive everybody else. You know, boy, oh boy. You know, no been so. And hell doth have no fury like a woman scorned. But with the woman, the one thing she doing, we need to make a law, and that's why I'm telling these men that the reason why you got all these homosexual men sticking their butt, they thing up in a dirt hole, like an ostrich. It's because of these women that wanted money and stopped giving them sex. You know, talk show hosts. Anyway, the one thing the woman could have done, the one thing, the good solution that they could have done is just gave the man some sex. And that's why we have the problem. So that's why I'm telling all you men, if we're going to have these talk show hosts talking all this stuff, and we're going to have all this homosexuality, then if we're going to be like the Bible days, if we're going back to the Bible days, okay, then we got to have men having several women. So that's why I want to rib on these women. These women are supposed to be out there fudging, instead of talking crap, you know, because obviously, you know, if the man wasn't good, if the man, it's not good for a man to be alone. And like I said, I never explained, I don't know exactly why, but if we can read between the lines, all you got to do is check a few YouTube videos, look on the internet, and you will see men try to stick his penis anywhere he can fit it. That's what men do. We be just checking stuff to see if we can get a penis in it. Will it fit in there? I'm telling you, you know, man, that's what man be doing. He's like, yo, what about this? What about this? Will this work? There's 5 of them. We be just looking for anywhere to stick it, you know? And that's the problem. So like, all right, so God like told Adam, he said, look, okay, I made all this beautiful stuff. And he said, I made the planets, the sea, and I made all these beautiful creatures, and I want you to give them a name. And Adam had one thing on his mind. He's like trying to name the animal, and he's calling them all Bertha, Sally. And then guy's like, no. He says, well, what do you want me to name it? He says, that's not a Bertha. That's not a Sally. You know, it's a sheep. And so he ain't even paying attention, right? He called it all the animals. He's probably, you know, we see the YouTube videos. He's probably trying to get up with a few sheeps and does and wolves and stuff like that. And God said, look, this ain't working. I gotta go to sleep. Go to sleep. And then when he was asleep, he was like, give me this one. I gotta fix this one up, roll this one up again. And then he said it, and there's a big puff of smoke. He said, and there's a big puff of smoke, and then a woman came out. And then Adam saw her and said, whoopee. That's Eve. That's how it went down, y'all. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all know I'm playing with y'all, but really, I mean, it just killed me. I just was watching the talk show. It was just a chain of events, okay? I told you I got my iPad, right? And I saw, and so I could watch TV. I look up on TV and I started watching this stuff. And I saw on the Today Show that, on the census, they're taking gay, two men doing each other, right? Two men. I tell you, I gotta be good. I'd be like, dude, shave. Anyway, and then they have, let me not go there. But then they had two men, and then I saw all these women on talk shows saying that Tiger Woods is abnormal, and then they gonna say this: only a woman can do that. Only women like homosexual men, effeminate men. They probably like, man, here, put on a dress, pay back. They want to wear the pants, and then tell the man, but they're just really vindictive. That's why Chris Brown, they'll never forgive him. Women, they hell, no fury. Fury like a woman scorned. No talk show host will never, ever, bitter bitches, they will never forgive Chris Brown. Chris Brown gonna be 80 years old and still can't get no play. Anyway.